Hello, and welcome to Big Bang Radio Spotlights. This is a show where we talk to independent artists from all around the world about their music and the process for making it. I'm your host, Arthel Hayes, and today I got to talk to Ali Comerford. Without further ado, here's the interview. Hey Ali, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
That's wonderful. We're going to jump right into it. First question up is, what is your earliest musical memory?
Ooh. Well, I started playing violin when I was 4. So I think one of the big ones for me would have been my first concert, which was 30 of us 4-year-olds playing violin on stage and wanting really badly to be at the front so that everyone could see me. I think that would be it.
Oh, that's adorable. I love that. So you grew up in Kilkenny. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Kilkenny.
Kilkenny.
Yeah.
How did growing up and living in that area and in Ireland impact your relationship with music?
I think that the Irish people as a whole have a lot of internalized music because our language, like our native language, Irish, is quite a musical language if you hear it. And so I think that music is really special here, and we have our own Irish traditional music, which also plays a big part of it. And then on the other side, Irish people are real storytellers. So I think that really informed the way that I write songs.
Gotcha. So you said you started playing when you were about 4 years old?
Yeah.
How did you go from classical orchestral music to being your own singer-songwriter?
I got my first guitar and my brother taught me like 4 chords. And from that, I started writing songs. And it's always been that, like, I always say that my music is my job and my hobby. And songwriting has always been the hobby part of it, that was the way I could express myself and the way I would do music for fun. So when I'd be like playing in orchestra and rehearsing during the day, I then would come home, and to relax, I'd write songs. And during the pandemic, when it was impossible to do my job, being a freelance orchestral player and chamber player, that's when the songwriting really took over, because that was one thing I could do at home. And I started writing personalized songs for people. I wrote my album, I recorded, and it gave me the space to do all the things that I put kind of on the back foot because I was just, trying to make a living from music. So I think that over the last 2 years, the balance between like my songwriting and my freelance work has been evening up a lot more, which I love. So I'm delighted about it.
Around everyone else, it's always one thing or another. It keeps me awake and it makes me wonder if I am alone in this.
About your recent single, Cool Girl, was it based on a personal experience? What's like the story behind the lyrics?
I think, yeah, it was it was based on a personal experience. It's one of the things about me as a songwriter is that I find it really hard to write about anything other than myself. That sounds so egotistical, but it's the way I kind of process things that happen in my life, and the usual breakups, and all the love stuff comes out in my music. And this one I was just really tired of, I went through a string of certain individuals telling me like, oh, you're too good for me. Oh, I can't, not committing to relationships and using that as an excuse, like, oh, it's because you're amazing. And oh, I just can't, and I got tired of it. And that's where Cool Girl came in, which was just like, one of the lines in it was, don't chase me if you don't want me. Like, I don't want that anymore. Like, if you say you're not good enough, then you're not good enough. I'm going to take your word from it for now on. I'm just straight up.
So far, what piece are you most proud of or feel like summarizes you as an artist?
I think that I really love Cool Girl. I feel like my first album was really acoustic, and I was just finding my footing. And with Cool Girl, I got to use all of my knowledge of string instruments. I got to work with two producers who I absolutely love as humans and as musicians, Shane Tobler and Sean Montgomery Dietz. And it was like, it opened a whole new world to me, and like, it made the studio such a fun place, because like, we were running around like hitting things, recording them and using those sounds as drums. And it was like, I don't know, it made music really exciting and fun for me again, which was really cool. So I feel like I really got to express myself on Cool Girl, which I'm proud of.
So where do you want to go next on your journey as an artist, whether that's a physical place or a goal or something?
I think I just want to start playing live more. Getting more live gigs will be great, because I think it's a good way of reaching a new audience. And, I actually lived in New York for a good few years playing classical music. And I'd love to be able to go back to the States playing my own music. I think I spent years just playing everyone else's. So I'd love to go back and just represent myself as myself,
What so far has been your most memorable moment as an artist?
Ooh, that's really tough. I think the first time I did a proper solo show. So like, I've loved playing all the big venues around the world, and it's been incredible. But I think the first time I played a show of my music, it was in the smallest room possible. And at the time, the pandemic was still on. So I think it was max 50 people. And getting to do that, I think was the most special moment for me, because it's been such a journey getting my own music out there and struggling with feeling it wasn't good enough, or that people wouldn't want to hear it. And to finally, after so many years, take the step to be able to do my own stuff, it felt like a really big moment for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I really love it when artists they have so many wonderful big experiences, but it's like the little things that make it,
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly the way, because like, it's always like, as a musician performing, it's not about where you are, it's about the people that are there, and like the energy that's in the room. Like, you can play the best venue in the world, but like, if the energy isn't right, it's not going to be a good experience. So it's more about that the people there want to be there, they're like supporters of you, or they want you to succeed, and you feed off that, and you just want to do well for them. And it's a beautiful feeling.
If you could play with any musician, past or present, who would it be?
Oh, I've like a few on the list. I'd love to play with PJ Morton. I'd love to play with Stevie Wonder. I'd love to play with Bach. I don't know, that could be fun. Yeah, I think that would be it. I'm sure there's so many more.
Yeah, there's a ton of artists, and I feel like you have the different experiences of like classical and you know, your own singer-songwriter, individual artistry. I think you could like just mix with so many different types of people. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
But
Thanks. Yeah, I think it would be fun. Like these things, it's been so interesting to see how like, because people are always asking me like, what genre do I play? And I never like answering that because I think that like technically if we're all doing our jobs right, there shouldn't be a genre. You know, you shouldn't be boxed into doing anything. You should just be creating music that hopefully there's an audience for. So yeah, I think it's a thing that we could get rid of.
yeah, I like that idea. All right, so the last thing I'm going to ask you is where can people keep up with you online?
I actually try and use my Instagram, which is Ali Comerford Music. That's like my main place. And then on Spotify, you can listen to all of my stuff.
Thanks to Ali for sitting down with us and talking all about her music. If you want to see more interviews just like this one, you can find us online at Studio 67 NCC. I'm Arthel Hayes. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to stay wicked.